So why is it that some people are more comfortable with the term self-care than others? And actually, what makes self-care such a big deal anyway? In this video, I'm going to look at why self-care is so important and share just 3 simple ways to improve your well-being that you might not have already considered. So let's dive in. Hi, I'm Nick and I'm a husband, dad, pops, registered counsellor and certified coach. And on this channel, I share practical ideas and tools designed to help you win in life. So if like me, you're committed to personal development and you want to take steps towards living your best life, then I've got you covered. So subscribe, like, comment, and all that stuff, and just make sure you click on the bell icon to be notified of future videos too. For some people, the term self-care just rolls off their tongue with ease. They seem comfortable with it, and reality is they don't even seem to bat an eyelid when invited to think about how well they're doing with taking care of themselves. Others, on the other hand, might consider self-care a luxury, or may find it cringy or unacceptable, and some would even go as far as to suggest that it represents being weak, needy, or even selfish. You will no doubt relate to one of these 2 groups more than the other, or you'll be one of those people who straddle somewhere in between. Either way, your own relationship to self-care is worth giving thought to. So with that said, let's consider why self-care is so important and look at 3 habits that you can start practicing today to take better care of yourself and improve your own well-being. Why is self-care so important? I wouldn't consider myself a gardener, but I'm smart enough to know that without patience, attentiveness, and a level of care, it'd be impossible for me to enjoy a vibrant and colourful garden during the spring and summer months. And the same is true for myself. Without taking time to nurture my body, my mind and spirit, the chances of me living a vibrant, energetic and meaningful life will be slim. I have no doubt that you can relate to that too, which leads us to answering the question of why self-care is such a big deal. And the answer is simple, because without investing in yourself, your whole self, you run the risk of feeling depleted and empty and of not being able to give and receive the most out of your life. So having touched on why self-care is so important, let's take a peek look at just 3 self-care habits that, if practiced, could change your life forever. Number 1, admit you can't do everything all of the time. It's simple, isn't it? The first step to regaining control of your life is to admit that you've lost control in the first place. In trying to do everything all the time, you're reinforcing this notion, this belief that you're capable of doing it all. And the honest truth is, you're not. Having personally experienced burnout, I'll tell you this: to avoid messing up your health, something needs to give. There needs to be some margin or space created in your life which allows you to take care of yourself first. If this is hard for you, to start off, you could simply make a list of all your responsibilities, and then with the help of a trusted friend, a spouse, colleague, or even a coach, decide where you may need to simply just start letting go of some stuff. Number 2, learn to say no. Those people who have regained control of their lives understand all too well that in saying yes to the requests of other people, you're automatically saying no to something else. And in some cases, your yes to someone else results in a no to yourself. One of the things I've personally benefited from learning to do over the years is to create time before making decisions. This helps me to feel less pressured in the moment to agree to something that I might later regret, and it also gives me a chance to check where I could be at risk of taking on too much. So if you're someone who's used to saying yes, and because of that you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the idea of suddenly starting to say no to people's requests, then just start small. Don't say no at all. Don't say no straight away anyway. Just allow yourself a buffer. For example, next time someone asks you to do something, try responding with something like, "Thanks for asking, let me think about it and get back to you." Simple. So before we move on to the 3rd self-care habit that, if practiced, could change your life forever, do me a huge favor and just let me know if you're finding value in this video by clicking the like button. It makes a huge difference and helps the YouTube algorithm become my friend. Number 3, lead and manage yourself with intention. Why? Because without clear purpose and direction, you'll wander through life aimlessly, Being proactive about how you approach each day is important because it communicates a sense of responsibility to yourself and demonstrates the value of your availability to those around you. When you become clear and intentional about the direction of your life, you'll develop an antenna, a kind of radar that will help you to know what to give your energy and time to and when to respond firmly and politely with a no. If you happen to be unclear about the direction of your life, there's also a good chance that you've not set clear goals. And if this is the case, the best thing you can do is allocate some time, maybe with the help of a coach, to work out what you want from life. Okay, there you have it. 3 self-care habits that could change your life forever if practiced. Let's recap. Firstly, to regain balance in your life, you need to admit you can't do everything all the time, that something has to give. Secondly, learning to say no, or at the very least getting started by creating buffer time before committing to requests, can be a game changer. Thirdly, being clear about the direction of your own life is essential because knowing where you're heading shapes your availability. And remember, self-care isn't a luxury but a necessity. Neither should it be considered cringy, unacceptable, or as a sign of weakness or selfishness. In fact, learning how to take care of yourself will help you to be more effective in serving others and for experiencing the most from life. Right, before we end, here's a question for you. Of the 3 self-care habits I've covered in this video, which have you found most helpful? Also, would there be any other habits that you'd add to the list? I'd love to know, so take a minute or two to share in the comments. Also, if you found this video helpful, please click the like button, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to be notified of any future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Rooting for you. Be well.